But yeah, it takes a long time to find all the illustration rare slash art rares Japanese, I must admit. Ah, there we have one again. The Eaton Steplosion. Great card. I think this is my only copy. I really need to purchase some more. Yeah, we are already out of the Scarlet to Violet era, folks. Don't be mistaken, the Sword and Shield era is already 2 eras ago. If quote-unquote Pokemon card investing picks up again, I think these art rares and such will be some of the first cards to rise in price when the demand picks up again. So we have an English Ribombee not going into the binder. Definitely need some more Wailords. The price dropped from, I started purchasing it at $8 and it dropped down to $2 to $3 now. It is difficult to find for $3, but sometimes you can see them. And then obviously you have to pay for the shipping. Some cool Japanese vintage hollows. Are they actually vintage? They're from 2007. I think they're at least very old, maybe not vintage. Maybe the vintage era ended on 2004 when Wizards of the Coast stopped printing Pokemon cards. Or it might have been 2009. I think 2004 might be the start actually of the e-reader cards or the end of the e-reader cards, I'm not sure. Okay folks, now we got some more cool art rares. Here's another Misty's Lapras, and I am sorry for the plane flying over, but I don't want to wait too long with recording. I just had a break before I started recording the video, so we have 2 Sprigatitos from Triplet Beat, I believe. Recently sold one, I decided to keep these 2. We already have a couple of them in the binder too. At Tatsugiri we have a lot of those too. A Magby, really great card. Still think it is, they should have created an Elekid art rare too. Typhlosion, Steelix, more Ribombees, more Misty's Psyducks. I didn't just put them back on the wrong pile, did I? Let's have a look. Let's see. Steelix there, Misty's Psyduck there, Lapras there, Typhlosion, Misty's Lapras again, and then more Misty's Psyduck and another Typhlosion and another Steelix. I think we're good. Moving on to this Ghastly from Wild Force. Still think it is an underrated, underappreciated card, just like the Groudon and the Tyranitar, but they're going quietly up in price. And this card I have purchased about 300 of, the Mew variant and the Charizard variant as well. They sold pretty well, the price went up double from the price that I actually sold them for. I decided to hang on a couple of copies of each card, but they are not going into the illustration rare binder. Then we have a Temporal Forces Cosmos Foil promo Pikachu, and we actually get a new version of this card, I think with the Pokemon Day stamp on it, and I think you can already pre-order that product. It will be released in January, I believe. It has some Phantasmal Flame packs too, as we move into a Charmeleon. And then we have one of those Feraligatrs, great vintage holographic. I think it's from Neo Genesis, although I'm not sure if that's the Japanese set name. Is it Gold Silver to a New World? I can't remember. Another Magby, great card. And then Team Rocket's Raticate, Articuno, I need to pick up some more Articunos. Another Eaton Steplosion, so I surprised myself. I picked up way more of these than I expected. Great job, great job. And then we have a Pidgeotto, an English illustration rare. Misty's Gyarados, the Destined Rivals pre-release kit promo, I believe. Great Cosmos foil. I'm not sure if I'm going to collect a lot of these cards, but I am trying to collect a lot of the Cosmos foils of the Scarlet Violet era. So I figured for $10 or so I think I paid, I might as well pick this one up. We have a couple of Infernaps, always great. A Furret. I had 2 pages full of Furret. I sold a lot of these cards and you will see that in the binder there are some gaps, so I needed to fill up the gaps again. Another Articuno. Houndour is English. Some secret rare Pikachus from Cosmic Eclipse, some Cosmos Foils Costco exclusives from 151. Another Raticate, I think this is a really cool card. It has the same vibes as the Wimpod. Houndoom, I really need some more Houndooms, I've been putting up some for sale lately. One more Ghastly here. An Ash Pikachu, Ash Torkoal obviously, a really great card. That's the thing folks, I planned on collecting all these Ash stamped Pokemon cards when he actually became world champion in the anime. when we heard that Liko and Rory were going to be the new protagonists of the anime, but I never following up on collecting more of these kind of cards. So it's not really a collection, it is a single card sitting in the box basically like this. Those are some cards that I might consider selling off, but I think maybe investment wise they're still a good pickup, as the time that Ash is gone will only be longer and longer. So we have Rocket's Houndoom. I really need to pick up more of those. Those prices of art rares have really come down since the last year or so. If you still believe in the brand of Pokemon, great time to pick up some cards, and also sealed product in my opinion of those. Then we have one more stack to go over and sort all the Japanese art rares from. Now I figured I might not get to actually putting all these cards in the art rare binder today. I'm already recording for half an hour, so I promise that will be an entirely dedicated video in the near future. As we have Team Rocket Spidops here, a great card as well, looks like a laser show. Team Rocket's Meowth, I picked up 4 or 5 of these, I sold 3 or 4 with 20% profit, and now I only have 1 left. I really need to purchase some more. That's great to know in case the price goes up or down. I don't really care, to be honest. I picked them up for the personal collection, as you can see, these copies at least. One more Houndoom, so I have sufficient of those to fill up 1 row in the binder at least. A Caterpie, really cool. I need some more cards for the 3rd complete art rare set of the 151 art rares. So I'm very curious to see how far we have gotten with completing the 3 sets that I have been collecting. Delibird, great Christmas bird. I've been purchasing a lot of these lately, also for reselling, because I think the holidays, the winter, Christmas holidays are around the corner. I think this card might get some more love these months and weeks compared to usual. The good old Pidgey, Snorlax, and I believe there's also a Diglett in the artwork of 151, great pickup in my opinion. A Dragonair, I think I still need 2 more Dragonair, so I should really take a closer look at that, the market price and such. Some more Cosmo foils, Costco exclusive Pikachus this time. I figured I have all the starters right now. One more Temporal Forces Pikachu. Good to see one more Raichu. Yeah, I've really depleted my collection and been selling off a lot of these cards, so I'm really happy that I've been able to purchase them and not sold everything from this box. Here we even have another Eaton's Deplosion, great to see. A Sparrow, I think this card is really cool as well. I really appreciate this artwork. Pidgey in Japanese, one more. I think I'm going to pick up a lot more of those Houndooms and also these Persians from Night Wanderer. But like I said earlier on in the video, I think these are all starting to get underrated for what they are, the art rares. We have this really cool Ancient Origin, I believe, Gyarados. A really cool artwork that reminds me of the Shining Gyarados artwork, but also the Lugia alternate art from Silver Tempest. It doesn't give up that dark vibes like the Lugia card, but it's a really cool card. And I think in the PSA 10, which this one is not, you can see the centering is a little bit off. But anyways, I think in the PSA 9 as well, and PSA 10 too, this is a really expensive card, currently in reverse foil. Promo Cyndaquil, old card. Whoops, discards to this spell. And another Lily's Ribombee. And then we have a couple of these bird cards. They are the old black and white foil pattern, I believe. Really cool. I had not seen it before, and then coincidentally they made a remake. And then as this Zapdos is in excellent condition with the black and white foil pattern, we also have a Cosmos foil Zapdos that is actually in good condition. A little bit less. I've been purchasing all these cards in near mint condition, but some people are not that strict on their grading, unfortunately. One more Alakazam and one more Vulpix. I really need the Vulpixes. And then you see I've been buying a ton of these Tatsugiris. I have too many, and I think I have too many Steelixes too. Which is not such a bad problem to have, having too many Pokemon cards. I will be able to sell them off again and buy some other Pokemon cards. We have a Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, gorgeous card, unfortunately not Jesse's Wobbuffet. So we have a nice pile of art rares here again, and one more Poliwhirl. Miriam Full Art, great card too. Another Lily's Ribombee, so I figured I have enough now. We have the Iris Fighting Spirit, great card too. Going into the Full Art Trainer binder on another occasion. Another Vulpix and a Ninetales, really glad to have one of these as well now too. Delibird, the Sunflora in English. And then the last card of this entire box is the reverse foil XY Evolutions Gyarados. So putting all the cards back that are not Japanese art rares. Here is my stack with Japanese Pokemon card art rares, let's go over it one more time. I made a video a month or two ago where I went over the same process with my Full Art Trainer Pokemon cards. I still have to add them to the binder too. They're sitting in an ETB right now and waiting for me to actually pull the trigger on starting that process. We have sorted them out already, but it is really time consuming. And the regular things are also just keep going on, like the Pokemon card mail days. I have to actually buy and sell Pokemon cards in the meantime too. It's not only content creation, and then I have other personal things coming up besides collecting Pokemon cards, obviously. And the holidays are busy days, but I want to do, for example, the Full Art Trainer Pokemon card episode like I did last year and like I did 2 years ago, also around Christmas. I've already scheduled that out for the end of the year. Maybe we can do this binder episode in advance or a few weeks later, for example. Would be great. I want to test out some new editing stuff. Maybe I will already do that in this video, we will see. Let me know if you like this kind of content, folks. Leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. So really glad with all my pickups over the last couple of months. I'm still collecting Pokemon cards, as you see. These are all not for sale. I'm not actively putting them up for sale, but if someone comes to me and they want a certain Pokemon card and I don't have it up for sale, yes, they can always buy it from me. If I'm able to make a 10 to 20% profit on the purchase price of myself, then I will always be able to buy it back anyway. So it only is a little bit more administration, and like I said, that's not the purpose of all these cards. The purpose of these cards is to put them in the collection binder for a really long time. I love to look at it once in a while. And that is what we're actually going to do on a short notice. So if you want to follow along with the journey, subscribe to the channel. Thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it that you take some time out of your day to watch my videos, and I'll catch you all on the next one.